Okay, great afternoon. Uh, I watched Linda G's video today, and she had the noise in the background. I don't know, you may hear the noise in the background here. Ronald's out there with the power washer in the rain, with the power washing, cleaning off the sidewalks and the driveway at the moment so they can do pictures here. I don't know if they're going to do it's between Monday through Wednesday sometime they're going to book it. Anyway, I was asked about a couple things. One of them was, let's do this one first. A question behind all the bizarre policy declarations, LGBT, no federal aid for California wildfires, pulling out of Syria, attacking decorated military officer, refusing to testify, moving to Florida. Is Bannon behind these chaos, instigating events and distractions? Seems like a deliberate plan to demoralize the general public. We're hit with one thing after another from multiple directions and are getting shell-shocked and a bit weary. I assume that is the strategy. It feels like they are trying to exhaust the general population and then set them up with a sucker punch. Do you have comments? Well, yeah. I mean, it's not only Bannon. I think he's just got a whole host of people behind this. Stephen Miller, Bannon, the Fox, a lot of people on the Fox channel that are just screaming. Alex Jones on his InfoWars, which I think was owned by Bannon, and they were getting support from the Koch brothers, or what's that woman's name? I can't remember her name, the wealthy one. She was supporting Bannon and InfoWars. Okay? Now, I actually turned into that yesterday. Oh my God. Terrible. They actually had that guy on the, I just had his name a second ago. He was just up there screaming the deep state and all of these things, and Obama was so horrible, and, screaming. Then they had this video on, the most disgusting thing I have ever seen in my life. Somebody sitting on this counter in some bar, like with a fake belly on, pregnant, and they took this knife and ripped into it, and the guts are coming out and blood everywhere, and they pull this baby out, and they're eating the, entrails, and disgusting. Okay? I mean, there is no low they will not stoop to. And InfoWars, this channel, is going all day, all night, with this Alex Jones just absolutely putting out total bullshit. Okay? And people watch that. I know driving through the Midwestern states, all you can get is Alex Jones and Rush Limbaugh. That's all they hear all day. There is no equal time for the liberal thing. Okay? And the guy he had on there was screaming that liberalism is a mental disease and there's no cure for it, and we need to get rid of higher education because that's what causes it. Yeah, keep everybody stupid, because Trump loves the deplorables that have no education, okay, that have no sort of insight or no sort of just basic common knowledge. Basic, just grounded common knowledge. And we've got these preachers over there, these evil angels that are saying, if Trump doesn't win, they're going to be out there killing all of us. They're going to get their guns. They're going to kill us. I mean, equally just heinous things that they're saying and getting these people wound up about. Absolute, unprecedented lies. 100% lies. Okay? So it's more than just Bannon. Okay? It's more than Bannon. There is a whole enclave of these, and this is, the Bible talks about that. Those that see these angels that are dark masquerading as angels of light. Okay? And there are those that are taken in by that. Okay? And that's what you see going on. That's why I call them evil angels. Evangelicals are following the evil angels, the darkness, the shadow, and proclaiming it as light. And when you start proclaiming the shadow things as light, you are in a lot of trouble. Okay, you're in a lot of trouble. So I see that it's a lot more than just Steve Bannon that's behind this stuff. Okay, that's behind this. Just putting out some cards to see what I get here. Behind it. Okay, so what I got in the center of all this, looking at this stuff, that in the past, looking at the past, these guys were just out for the almighty dollar. Okay, they're sellouts for the dollar. What's the Bible say? You can't serve God and mammon. You can't serve God and mammon at the thing. And they sold out. They sold out 100%. Crossing it, someone came. we have the somebody coming with an offer, rapid, that they drank the cup and bought into it. Okay? They bought into this nefarious drama. Okay? They sold out. They were sellouts from the past. Like the Bible says, you can't serve God and mammon. You can't serve them at the same time. So the foundation of this, we have the hermit, okay, and each individual will be judged. Judgment. The foundation of it, they're going to be judged. Okay? Now, somebody was asking me, this feeds into the other question I was asked, are these Christians saved? No, each will be judged on their own merit and their own life, what they have been involved with. And it's like very clear in the Bible, it's not those that say, well, God, didn't we heal in your name? Didn't we do this in your name? And he says, get away from me, I never knew you. Says, beware what Christ is saying to the churches. Okay? So they need to look at these things. God judges the hearts and the minds. And they're coming in with hate, vitriol, just nasty. Okay? He doesn't judge because you say, I've been dunked in the water and I'm saved by the blood of Christ, and therefore I can do whatever I want. He says, no. That's not the way that works. What did Christ say? He says, you have to go and sin no more. You're forgiven, but you need to go and sin no more. Okay? But they justify it and say, well, 7 times 70. You just continue to forgive. All we have to do is say, I'm sorry. I'm saved in the blood of Christ. It doesn't work that way. Okay, it doesn't work that way. So again, they were sold out. They're going to walk that path. They're going to go their own way to judgment. Each one goes by their separate selves to judgment. Okay. And above it, we have their striving was for, again, opportunities in the world. That's what they fought for. Okay? That's what they fought for. They were all consumed by what they could get in the world. And coming into this is to their own death and destruction and being tied up. Okay? They're not getting out of this. They think they're pulling a fast one. Okay. They have thrown away the words of Christ, and they've gone right towards, remember Satan saying, took Christ out there on the pinnacle and said, all you have to do is worship me and you can have everything you want. Everything you desire in the world, it's all yours. And Christ said, what? Get behind me, Satan. I don't play that. Don't tempt the Lord thy God. Don't tempt him. Okay? So, no. They're doing this to their own destruction. They're tied up by their actions. Okay? Going forward. They're hoping that they can be magically reap this cup. But the magic cup they're reaping is a cup of abominations. Okay? Their cup is full. Okay? They think their cup is full of light and wonderful things overflowing because I've accepted the blood of Christ. I'm saved. No, they're not saved. Christ said, go and sin no more. Not keep on sinning and just saying I'm saved. No, you got to quit. And it says once you put your hand to the plow, you can't look back. If you look back, you're not fit for this. Well, they've looked back time and time and time again. Okay? Outcome, Knight of Swords. Slice and dice. It's not going to be pretty. And their time is moving forward rapidly. Okay? They have very little time on earth. Let me see what else we have. Yeah. Rapidly coming to heartache. Okay? They sold out. They sold out to the other side. So no, there is no redemption for them. Okay? There is no hope for them. Okay? They can hope all they want to, but they sold out. They turned their back. Okay? They turned their back. And by the strength of their actions, what they have done, we've got the hangman. Not the crucified man. We got him upside down. The hangman. Okay? So they've been hung up by their own devices because they have no, like the stability. They have no stability. They've chased the endless cups of wanting this and wanting that, mammon, lies, deceits, fantasy. Okay? And they call themselves Christian. Okay? But all they fought for was Knight of Pentacles, opportunity in the world. And remember, greater is he that is within me than he is in the world. And all they wanted is what's out in the world. Okay? That's all they've dealt with. Corruption. Okay? continued corruption. So yeah, no, the one that's behind it is ones like Bannon, but it's not just Bannon. It's not just fueled by Bannon. This is fueled by their greed. You know, it's the same thing like you get in the mail all these times. Almost every day you get something that says, oh, I'm a solicitor and this person died and you have a same name and or can you help me? I have all this money and I need to funnel it out and I can give you a big cut of it. All these scams they have going. They're looking for somebody greedy that winds up getting taken advantage of. Okay? So again, if you're not greedy and you're not going to participate in the lie, you'll be fine. Okay? Because you won't buy into any of that drama. Okay? You know what you've earned, you know and you're looking past that into, continuing to do right actions, to continue to have a clear mind. That's why I keep telling my students, you live from honesty, integrity, transparency, simplicity, okay? And you can't go wrong. Keep your integrity. Once you lose your integrity, it's very hard to get it back. Now, somebody else can try to smear you. I've had people that have tried to smear me. Absolute lies that they posted, but I'm still here. Okay? I'm not going to give up my integrity for anything. That's what you take with you. You take who and what you are with you. But all the gold, the mammon, the things that they have exchanged themselves for, power and fame and name and money, none of those go with you. None of those go with you. The only thing that you take with you from that is the karmic debt that you have incurred. Okay? So if you have been a slave owner, guess what? 9 out of 10 next time you're going to be born as what? Okay? You got to walk a mile in their shoes. Okay? You have to walk a mile in their shoes. You're not going to get out of it. So, yeah, the question to that is, the answer to that is, it's a lot more going on. I mean, really, this is kind of like and this is what I've said to my students, like starting 10 years ago, that things are starting to polarize. And the further we go, the more polarized it will get until we reach that breaking point. Okay? So don't think that suddenly the Democrats are going to get office and they're going to see the light and change. No, that's not going to happen. If you are chasing and the things of the flesh versus the things of the spirit, if that's where your focus is, money, name, fame, drama, you'll keep chasing that. There's not going to be a sudden turnaround, and don't worry that things are polarizing, because eventually the dark will fall away. Okay? So let them continue to do whatever they're going to do, because no matter what laws we pass, they will continue their actions. Okay? But don't forget they're having karma to pay. And if you believe in biblical prophecy, the end point is good. Okay? And while they may be claiming the end point is for their side, they are being deceived. Like it says, in the end times, many will be deceived. Many will be deceived. I never thought I would see the day where the church has become the enemy. Okay? But it says that many will come, ravenous wolves in sheep's clothing, and that is what has happened. They're teaching and preaching prosperity. When did Christ teach prosperity teachings? No, that's Satan's thing to pull them in. Prosperity thing. Follow me, bow down to me, and I will give you prosperity. Okay? So they take things out of context and they spin them and spin them and spin them. And say these are the teachings, but God wants you to be prosperous. Oh, remember Satan came and wanted to test Job and put him through all this hell, boils and all sorts of stuff, and he wouldn't curse God. He said, no. Okay? Not going to do it. Okay? Sent many afflictions, but he never would turn his back on truth. So again, look at these things. Keep your integrity. And if you have honesty, integrity, simplicity, the other one I got was transparency. If you have to hide what you're doing, then you shouldn't be doing it, and it can come back on you. If you have to hide it, then you shouldn't be doing it. Okay? So if your actions are bad and you're trying to hide something, then it's something you shouldn't be doing it. And if you live with those things, honesty, integrity, simplicity, transparency, the last one I say is also sacredness. If you see the sacredness of life, the sacredness of things, and you approach it that way, see the sacredness. This doesn't mean that you honor demonic spawn. Okay, it doesn't mean you do that. You just turn it a blind eye and leave it to their devices and say, no, you have no entrance here. It's not going to happen. Okay, send it on their way. Okay, don't be taken in by these things that look good on the surface, but you see they're a little illegal or something, and people think, well, I could just kind of sneak by. I could tell a little white lie. I could, and they justify it. But that opens the door to more and more and more. And they go down a slippery slope. Same thing with drug things. They start out with one and they get down on this slippery slope. Okay? Or drinking. If you have to drink, if you have to be drugging, then you are not a happy person. There is something you need to change in your life. Okay? There is something you need to change in your life. So the better thing is to find out, do some self-introspection and find out what it is you need to change and do that, rather than get caught in trying to mask it, run away from it, numb yourself from it. Okay? Because that only opens the door invariably to more pain down the road. You're trying to escape pain and you're creating more pain. Okay? So anyway, I'm going to leave this here. Thank you for your question, and I hope you have gotten something from this. Okay? So I'm going to leave this here. Thanks for tuning in. Have a great afternoon. It is so gray here. It's been gray, cloudy all day. But again, things are coming along here well. Once they get the pictures and they put this up online, I'm going to get the stuff in the van and hit the road so that they can come in and pack up the rest of everything. So we'll have to see how it is on the road, if I can get good signals. If I'm offline one day, I just don't have a good signal where I'm at. So I'm going to try to keep up with things as best I can. So we'll see how it goes. Anyway, I figure the sooner I get on the road, the sooner I can start looking at properties. And then the minute this sells and, I recoup the money, then I'm set up and ready to go, rather than trying to start to look at that point. Okay, so that's the way that's going here. See you online. Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget, price of admission is to click the thumbs up, click it for the ticket. I thank you so much for that. If you enjoy the channel, there is a little PayPal thing down there that you could make a small donation if you'd like. I stopped doing the Patreon channels because, it's just, I prefer to give everything that I've got on this one channel. If people appreciate it, then, even if it's $1, $2 a month, it goes a lot. If you have quite a few people giving $1, it adds up, okay? So, I'll see you online. Thanks for tuning in. Aho.